Vanished at sea. The Amy Lynn Bradley mystery. She vanished from a cruise ship without a trace. In 1998, 23-year-old Amy Lynn Bradley disappeared while vacationing with her family on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Surveillance caught her dancing hours before. Then, nothing. No mayday, no splash, no goodbye. This is one of the most disturbing unsolved cases in maritime history. What really happened to Amy Lynn Bradley? Who was Amy? Amy was from Chesterfield County, Virginia. Athletic, confident, and close to her family, Amy had recently graduated from Longwood University with a degree in physical education. She was preparing to start a new job and move into her own apartment. Her parents, Ron and Iva, invited her on a vacation to celebrate, a Caribbean cruise aboard the Rhapsody of the Seas, operated by Royal Caribbean. Amy wasn't excited about the idea. She had a known fear of open water, and cruise ships made her uneasy. But after some persuasion, she agreed to go, hoping it would be a bonding experience. On March 21, 1998, the Bradley family boarded the ship in San Juan, Puerto Rico. They visited Aruba, and on March 23rd, the ship docked in Curacao. What began as a dream vacation soon spiraled into a nightmare. The last night. The night before Amy disappeared, she and her brother Brad attended a ship-sponsored party at the nightclub. Amy was seen dancing with the ship's band, Blue Orchid, particularly with one member named Alistair Douglas, nicknamed Yellow. Photos taken that night show Amy smiling and enjoying herself. Surveillance cameras confirmed she returned to the family cabin around 3:40 a.m. on March 24th. She sat on the balcony to have a smoke and unwind. Her brother went to bed shortly after. At 5:30 a.m., Ron Bradley briefly woke and saw Amy lying on the balcony lounge chair. He dozed off again. When he woke for good at 6 a.m., Amy was gone. Her shoes were still there. Her ID, cigarettes, and lighter were in the cabin. But Amy had vanished. The immediate search. The family immediately notified the crew, but the response was slow. The ship continued docking procedures and allowed passengers to disembark in Curacao. The crew initially treated the situation as non-urgent, suggesting Amy may have gone ashore. They made public announcements for her to report to the front desk, essentially alerting anyone who may have taken her that she was missing. A full ship-wide search wasn't launched until hours later. By that time, hundreds of people had come and gone from the vessel. The Bradleys begged the captain to keep passengers on board until the ship was thoroughly searched. Their request was denied. Theories. 1. Accidental fall. Royal Caribbean suggested Amy may have fallen overboard, but her family strongly disagrees. Amy was a certified lifeguard and a strong swimmer. The deck railings were high, and no witnesses ever reported a splash or scream. 2. Suicide. Those closest to Amy reject this. She was excited about her new job and making plans for her future. There was no history of depression or emotional instability. 3. Voluntary disappearance. It's highly unlikely. Amy left behind everything: wallet, ID, shoes, and she was very close with her family. There was no evidence of planning or intent to vanish. 4. Abduction and trafficking. This theory has gained the most traction. In the years following her disappearance, multiple unconfirmed sightings were reported. A Canadian tourist claimed to have seen a woman resembling Amy in a Curacao restroom, accompanied by men. She said the woman whispered, "My name is Amy," before being led away. A U.S. Navy officer also reported seeing a woman in a Curacao brothel who strongly resembled Amy. When shown photos later, he was convinced it was her. In 2005, an image surfaced on a sex trafficking website showing a woman resembling Amy in lingerie. The image became known as Jay's and remains one of the most compelling yet controversial pieces of evidence. Family search. Amy's family launched a massive campaign to find her. They appeared on Oprah, America's Most Wanted, and 48 Hours. They hired private investigators, searched brothels, and traveled to the Caribbean multiple times. The FBI opened a case and eventually offered a $250,000 reward for information. Despite the attention, the case yielded no arrests and no confirmed sightings. Over the years, leads dried up, tips went cold, but the Bradleys never gave up. In interviews, Amy's parents express heartbreak and frustration, not just at the loss, but at the cruise line's lack of urgency and failure to secure the ship. Why it still matters. Amy's case is often cited in discussions about passenger safety and crime on cruise ships. In international waters, jurisdiction becomes murky. Cruise lines aren't legally obligated to involve outside law enforcement immediately. Since Amy's disappearance, other cruise passengers have gone missing under mysterious circumstances. Advocacy groups now push for stronger regulations and better safety protocols. Amy's story is more than a tragedy. It's a wake-up call. How did a young woman vanish without a trace? Why were so many procedures mishandled? And could she still be alive somewhere 27 years later? What do you think happened to Amy Lynn Bradley? Was she kidnapped? Trafficked? Or was there a cover-up at sea? Let us know your theories in the comments. Subscribe to Mystery Logbook for more chilling deep dives into the world's most disturbing unsolved mysteries. This video is part of our Vanished series, exploring cases that continue to haunt investigators and families decades later.